crazy to see rock
Oh, that's where I'm supposed to go. Shit.
melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall,
You see the press release for Disney Plus Day?
Exactly.
No, what is Disney
so
Plus
don't try
Day?
anything funny. Especially you, Law. No pushing anyone. Not even as a joke.
I'm not a little kid!
Jesus Christ. What was it, Disney Plus Day?
Hi, Hoodle.
Not today!
Not on my watch. Cyan Instant. Light astral energy. All right, it's showtime. Holy land. A chain between heaven and earth. Blah, blah, blah. Divine savior.
Blah, blah, blah.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
All disasters. Perhaps now isn't the time.
I
I
really
think we
don't.
can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
Far enough!
Don't mind if I do.
Short lane Alpha!
Global celebration they're doing for Disney Plus anniversary.
Rising Warfare!
Did they announce anything?
Shining Light Spear! This one's
Rain
mine!
down and purify all. Cyan Instant.
Swallow Blade! Slash!
Meteor storm. There. Into the shadows.
Swallow Blade!
Mega ray.
Rising Light!
The slow one.
Your mother!
Tempest whirl.
Yeah, it does, Castor.
Glacial spear. Pierce the
November 12th. Oh.
Rising Light!
pieces.
Attack
Here's the
time!
healing art.
I can carve through Swallow Blade!
Do you require a hand? I'm gonna
No
need more
further.
than
Demon Fang!
Thunder shield.
Burning Hell!
Do Alpin. Astral energy.
That's the day Shang-Chi is releasing on Disney Plus. Oh.
That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
That makes sense then, I guess. God, this is the place you want to farm ore at.
All right. Not in your dreams.
Dragon Swarm!
Where are you going? All right. It's showtime. Lunar Mega Ray. Kitara frozen.
Hammer!
Nice
Now that's
design.
fucking damage. Holy shit.
All thanks
A
to
chain
you.
between heaven and earth. A wailing banshee of lightning.
To be let free!
Divine magic is there. Air thrust. Pierce the chain with blah blah blah.
Swallow Blade!
Do it. Alpin. Astral energy.
Say no more!
I wonder if there's going to be a blah, blah, blah count at the end of the game.
Not in your dreams. A whirling trouble. Inferno winds of heaven. Do it. Theon. Astral
Season 2 of
energy.
Jeff Goldblum's show out that day. Oh, what's going on, Noxus?
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
I'm trying to remember if I liked season 1 of that show. I don't know if I did.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
I never miss.
Glitch area. What's the glitch area?
Here I come!
Light and dance to the wind.
You're
Air
mine!
thrust.
Sword Lane Alpha!
Do it. Theon. Astral energy. Full throttle. A flawless victory. Lightning orb. Naturally.
Blew away! Coming through! Ha!
Oh, he did it. Oh. Scarlet Alpha.
Scarlet Inferno!
I mean Scarlet Inferno. Go start with Alpha in the tutorial game and take Xion armor. Go in this area with Alpha in the tutorial game. Wait, really? Yeah, no problem, Lucas. Thank you for mentioning it. In the beginning of the game, you could just walk in here.
Consider yourself finished.
Kind of crazy.
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
You need to flee and avoid monsters? Huh. That's kind of funny. No, I lost the damage buff. Fuck. think this is just a shortcut, is it
I
not?
didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Shut up, Alphen. Ooh, absolute protection for absolute peace of mind. This was the design ethos for the defensive gear later. Ooh. This is part of the story. What's up here? Oh, that just allows you to skip all that? But there's ore back there.
Let's dispose of trash.
Can't get out of this!
Vanquish darkness!
So there's so much optional stuff in the side quest when I reach part 2, unsure. Yeah, I did most of that off stream last night. Although, some of the stuff I couldn't kill. Like, I still haven't killed the mantis in the first area. I probably could if I go back and do it today.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa! Aw, anything in order is all mine. Here, let me help.
Do it! Last one!
Demons descend! Flashing fang! Rising lava! Soaring lightning!
This one's mine!
You're on!
Purge Maleficent! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Sometimes I wonder where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're
just
on the
make 'em
same
up.
side. Let's dispose of the
Flame
trash.
inside deserves to be let free!
Not in your dreams! May 1,000 gales carry you to shreds!
Not done!
Here, let me help. Now for something special!
Eternal devastation!
Fair enough.
What's the secret to the flashing parts of their weak points?
Yeah, I mean, I'm 41-ish now. I could probably go back and do mantis.
Guarding wind. Car! Crossblade! Gemini Aqua! Permanent render!
Blew away!
Wouldn't be too bad.
All mine!
Spirit Flame! Reload! Do it! Keep on frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
Yeah, I did the temple.
Look sharp!
And I only got to like the 7th or 8th fight. How many hours in? We're coming up on
There's
40
more where that
hours
came
in.
from.
And okay, there's nothing there. And I think we're probably like 6 or 7 hours out at this point. Ish. Depending on what we do. Definitely more. See, I had someone tell me yesterday, this is why I don't like people telling me how many hours I have left. Because I get bad estimates. No, I like slicks when I ask, but I usually get bad estimates. Oh, it's this guy.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights
Yeah,
that
I'm back
shot
in
out of the
Caligula.
wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go!
Okay.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
What the fuck are we supposed to attack?
Focus.
On your toes, everyone.
What?
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogle? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
Their arcs were interrupted.
Win. I never miss. First force.
Wait. You. This.
Will this help?
Well, this is gonna work.
Easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Can't be swirled. Hit.
Sonic
I may have bit off more than I could see. Magic heal.
I mean, he's popping off.
Air thrust.
This might be a hard fight.
Searing
Shield
and
yours.
will.
Black Salt.
Flare tornado.
Armor won't save you.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher!
I never miss.
Let's keep up the pressure.
Tiger Freeze Lancer. Firmament Render. I'll heal you all. Arrow Archer Fire. Inferno Crossing. Lightning. Downfall. If I do. Inferno Crossing. Illuminate the dark. Holy Glimmer. Holy Lance.
Shield and
This one.
Well, we've almost got one down. How much HP these guys have? 60,000.
This one's mine.
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more. Got it.
Well done. Hold on. Here I am! This one's sweet now.
Burn in hell.
Let's get more put away. Where are you going? Raging Storm! One is Razor Blade! Celestial Banner! Ice Prison! Hurricane Blade!
Shion, you might want to move from that, bro.
denied!
Freeze Laser
Wrong side.
Inferno
Now you see what I can do.
Thanks so much!
Come on. No escape.
Rob's in pain.
A freezing temperature! Where are you going? Tiger Lightning Orb! Glacier Orb!
So far, this is a weird fight.
Do it!
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Here come more!
We'll just have to keep fighting. The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that!
Was this just like a normal mob run?
Carve through armor.
Make it ready! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. Come and face me.
Gale Force! Lightning! They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Manuel.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
Now I can let loose.
Let's go in! Do it, Theon! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory.
Never seen that ability.
Whoa! Hey! One at a time! Hurricane Blizzard! Where are you going?
Ignite.
Here's a healer!
Holy shit.
Theon. Healing is what my art is at. Astral energy! Full throttle! Oh, sparkling stars of light! Rain down and purify all! Meteor!
Anything in armor is here.
Shit. I got killed.
Dad? No, it won't end like this.
Well, that's concerning.
From beyond. Imbue this vanquished soul with life. Resuscitation.
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem.
Armor won't save.
Take care of...
Ignite.
Fuck, man. I'm just getting destroyed.
My fault.
It's probably a death.
This is looking good.
Beyond. Imbue this vanquished soul with love. Resuscitation.
What real pain feels like.
I still got...
Well,
Punishment?
Time to play the old.
Okay? Yeah, you too.
Shattering the pieces!
If it's in the close one. Where are you going? Close one. Gotcha.
Holy shit.
I'll bring you back from death a bit. Here goes. I'll bring you back from death a bit.
Could you do it faster?
Here goes. Here goes.
Today!
Barbie, I never miss. I call upon thee. Thanks. Just what I like. Shooting star.
Ignite!
This one's got your name on it.
Ash to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go. Vanquish darkness. Instant.
Seems to be going a little bit better.
Anything in armor is all on. Raging cascade. Firmament render.
He said before it wasn't.
Ruin.
Raging cascade. This can't be happening.
Stay away from my friend! Heal my wearied companion. Prepare to be
A
sealed.
whirling
No
struggle.
further.
Winds of heaven. First force.
Can you take it?
Not on my watch.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love. You picked the wrong fight.
Close one.
Dude, that ability sucks right there.
No more Miss Nice Girl. Thank you, Sohain.
I only did what any other would.
I think you're nicer than you let on. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar! Will this help? I never miss. Lightning Orb! Incident! Light and purge, beloved! Art expert coming through! Mega Ray! Annihilate! Mega Ray!
Not today.
Annihilate! Don't mind if I do.
Oh, she owns it again.
A chain between heaven and earth. A wailing banshee of lightning!
I'm ready. Take this.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
From beyond, imbue this
Dance in
vanquished
the
soul
wind!
with love.
Air
Resuscitation.
thrust!
It's time.
Are you gonna res? Really?
From beyond, imbue
There we
this
go.
vanquished soul with ready and ready.
It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
What?
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe. I hope this medicine works as
How are we
promised.
supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alphen!
Just watch and learn. That's enough!
Oh. We're doing this again.
Go back down!
We won. Okay. That wasn't that difficult. Just kind of weird.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
I bet we gotta
Perhaps
kill
a
4 other
living spirit
dudes
vessel?
of that
It's plausible, given the
scale
location.
for each element.
Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
Yep.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light,
Yep.
we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now.
Yep.
Let's go.
Oh, hey, we got a new thing for him. What does that do? Resistance +5. Incineration wave. Damn. Looks like that's, oh, defeated all lights that emerged from the wedge. I see. A key to a certain door in Caligula. Simply beholding it makes one wonder what lies beyond the threshold.
I need to be stronger.
Yep. 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 Well, is this gonna have a spaceship back here? Could.
Hey, is that it over there?
Found the spaceship. What does grape gel do? Oh. Oh, that would have been nice to have.
Have you guys checked your equipment
All right.
lately?
It's space time, chap.
Alvin?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before.
I'm gonna delay these ads.
This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
We got a fucking
Damn.
spaceship.
I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
A goddamn spaceship, chat.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alvin.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's
The
right.
fuck does that mean?
Rinwell, too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time
What?
are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and
Jesus.
gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave. We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Oh,
Works
is this
for
like
me.
a point of no return? I would assume we can come back, but maybe not for a while.
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, chicken butt.
What is?
Joke's always good.
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Oh.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns.
She ain't. Yeah, she's not talking to us.
Huh? Yeah.
No one's gonna press her on this? Hello?
Where?
She's in that spaceship.
Shion?
That or we're gonna go have a heart-to-heart with Shion. What?
Where'd Shion go? How could she just go off on her own?
I don't know, Al. Where do you think she went? Who could say? You walk like 5 feet. Why give me control?
Shion. Shion! It's your thorns?
What?
But why?
What?
You okay?
Maybe she can't leave the planet.
Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
She's gonna steal the ship. I'm gonna have to use Dohalim as my fucking healer.
Why would you do this?
Are you killing me? Kidding me? Killing me? Kolka with the 96 months. Thanks so much. It's a long ass time.
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
True. Let her know. That gun, that looks really weird. Those bullets are fucking huge. Did you have the watering?
Do you remember back when I was stabbed?
Can?
By Rolron?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
Yeah, your Sephiroth moment?
That wasn't the first time. Huh? The first time was when I was only a child. After that,
what?
No matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Huh?
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
Mom says, shut up.
I believe you, Shion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why.
What?
But my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
No, I don't think the sound's off sync. I think the lip syncing's just bad.
Themselves,
it's lip synced to Japanese.
It will be my death.
Oh, so she was trying to kill herself?
A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Well, that's a plot
Yeah, but
drop.
Wait, the whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shion, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well.
Oh, it's one. Oh, so you're God.
Suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
they will consume all existence.
Yeah, you already said that.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's too much. It's way too much.
When this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die. But I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't
Whoa.
have to feel this way.
Whoa!
Shion!
Alvin?
Damn, that was sudden. What the fuck?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alvin.
He's just like, fuck
It's
it.
not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen.
Bro, he's just eating up those
We can
thorns.
fight this. Fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else too.
Bro, your skin's on fire.
What do you want? It's your decision ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
Bro, you're not the tank.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Nope. Law, you suck.
Count me in as well.
Oh, okay, we're good. Never mind.
I want to be a force for good.
We've got a
not hate.
chance. Poodle's in. The actual
Me too.
god.
I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before.
We've got a
Neither
tank.
of you are alone in this at all.
You guys.
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Dohalim's in for a heal.
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will
What?
discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean
Who
we
is
might find
singing?
a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are.
Might be
You are not alone.
like a hoodle singing. What is this
You
shot?
guys. You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, no problem.
For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
All right, we're going to the Death Star, y'all. Maybe. We gotta talk to everyone first.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
True.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
I wonder if they're going to do a second one of these and we're going to be on the other planet.
Right.
Be kind of interesting.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye.
True.
She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams.
Are you just saying you want a
But
hug,
a world without
Kisara?
her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Oh God, buckle up. Here we go.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her, no matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
To die
I
a
guess
lot
he couldn't say
in
anything
combat.
even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
I have heard that Law is like actually the most broken character in the game.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
We're just gonna end her. Okay, we're done talking to Shion. All right, let's go talk to her. Or Rinwell, not Shion. Sorry.
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Kicker? This isn't Deathloop.
Hey, do you
I don't have the
remember
all-powered
first time you
kick.
said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone.
You can't just
But in that room
self-report
with
like that.
Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all.
Well, that's
But
good.
I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for
That
myself.
ship looks kind of cool.
I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah,
True.
I think you may be right about that.
We're back.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
We didn't even make the fucking food. Shit, should I go to Lenegis?
Huh? Why are you...
This looks perfect. Guaranteed.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you.
Of course. What's up?
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl. I gave it some more thought, and I still don't remember actually receiving it from anyone.
You were so little. I don't think it's that surprising you've forgotten, is it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That doll was so old, I'm starting to think I just always had it with me from the start. I know that it's
What if this
extremely
turns out and
unlikely,
I'm
but
her
after last
dad?
time we talked, it got me thinking.
Big yikes.
Maybe you brought the doll that child made with you to Lenegis.
I couldn't be.
Are you saying you didn't? Look, logically speaking, I know it's a lot more likely that you didn't bring it with you than you did. But you can't say for sure you didn't, right? Crazier things have happened. I always thought I'd be alone, only to end up meeting you and Law
24
and Rinwell
minutes.
and Kisara and Dohalim.
It's true. The
Sometimes
JRPG
things happen
version
in life that
of
we never
12
thought
minutes would be
possible.
24 minutes.
You make a good point.
Because they
I
would
left
find a
everyone
way
and everything I knew behind
to
300
take the
years
exact
ago.
dialogue
But now,
and make
I'm
it
not so alone
twice as
anymore.
long.
Exactly. You crossed all those centuries to find all of us, so...
Why can't a little doll have made the same jump too?
right? Look, it's up to you to decide if there's any meaning behind all of this. But I choose to think there is.
Yeah, I think so too. There's something beautiful about the whole thing that simply can't be denied.
I'm looking forward to breakfast.
What? They're staying over for breakfast. Well, winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Did you get
All right.
enough sleep?
Let's see if it gives me a, make sure you're prepared. Okay, I guess we're just taking off. What the fuck? This ship is huge.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
What the fuck?
It
Did
means
you just
owl in the
sneeze?
ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
That's the stupidest name.
Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
I think she said Fall Guys.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but... Well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
The Fall Knights.
Okay, people.
What
we
a
have two
stupid
goals.
name.
First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans
That might
finally
be the
leave Dana
dumbest
alone.
name.
And then, we need to
ever.
figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, then let's go.
I'll say this, Chrono Trigger had the best named ship in any video game ever. Ever. Whoa! God damn. That shopkeeper is fucking freaking out. Wait, it's that far away?
I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Yes, it does.
Good idea. The starship
Fifth
may end
offer.
up serving as our base of operations once we're
offer.
down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Okay. Wait a minute, someone just tweeted something. What are you... Why is that? Yeah, what the fuck?
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Hold on. How are we further away from this thing than we were when we were on the planet? What? I'm a little bit
Is something wrong?
confused.
No, I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a
There it
lord
is
and
right
left
there.
Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick,
Back
huh?
to the Future.
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running
Didn't they all
forever.
kind of
The past is what it is.
deserve
There's no
it, though?
changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
in due time.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their
Whenever she
research.
says that,
You mean
it seems so like
they
commonplace.
experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched, helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse, but then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Well,
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to
Yeah, I
give up
guess
our
she's
own
playing
lives
Destiny.
to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people,
she's probably
if we're
Sabbathing.
doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Shion. If we're going
I'd
to
want
win,
to die too if I
everyone
played
has to win.
Destiny. Jeez,
There
Dark.
can be no room for losers
Tell
in
us
this
how
fight.
you really feel.
Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Danon victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We
What
can
a
do
lame
this
line.
together.
Yo, Renwell, talk to me.
Hey, Alvin, listen to this. So Law and I were just talking and...
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
A little bit late.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, a
We're
little
already in
unsettling how we're
space.
going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust
Wolf
Renan technology.
Trove, thank you for those 5 months.
Got me to Dana in
Tier
one
1
piece,
sub, appreciate
remember?
that.
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alvin, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just wrong, okay?
What is Renwell doing all the way back here? Renwell! I mean, that's definitely going to do something later.
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a
It's
healing
cryo-
pod.
oh, it's
It
healing
fixes
pod.
injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't say. Well, that should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there. Alphen? Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
Imagine
That's
sleeping for
definitely quite some
300
lying,
years.
all right.
Probably
But
would feel
still.
great.
Whether you meant to or not. I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all
My
Danans,
speakers have been on all
wherever
day.
they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this
Kamethis
forest
with that
just yet.
prime. Think of it,
You
22
should
months.
probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
True.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Whoa. Man, so much talk in the
Is
past
everyone
hour.
about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lenegis.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Huh.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Danan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning.
So we're just
As
gonna
Lord,
hang out with a
Dohuli
bunch of
must have been
Danans?
pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty.
Or wait,
But you're forgetting my
Danans.
thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
right?
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be
Renans.
around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this Red Woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That Red Woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
Uh-oh. Jesus, that was
We're
loud.
about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them.
Anime? That place looked huge. They just let us dock?
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegus's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Do you think anyone realizes that
Whose
we're
ship
here?
is that?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
What happens there?
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a sovereign in our midst.
Don't we have two? Or no, wait, the other guy died.
In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegus would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
5 hours catching up with me, chat.
But it's been over
They just
300
keep
years since I
yapping.
was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in,
Yappity-yap.
I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone.
Thank fuck.
Beyond... On that wall lies a city full of Renans. A capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to
I really
live
don't
no
want to
less.
press R1, but I kind of want to press
Who knows
R1.
what we'll find on the other side.
I'm pressing R1.
Thinking about what could be lurking out here is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Yep,
For such
same.
a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling? Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
So how many Renans actually live in this place?
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect. Machines and Zeugles take care of most of the city's basic functions.
The old Zoogle.
There's Zoogles out here too, huh? Sounds like we can't afford to let our guard down after all.
I think we're good. The fuck? Lenegus.
What in the world?
This being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior, too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
Who the fuck is this guy?
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Well...
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me.
Wait,
we're looking for the Forbidden Zone.
Who the fuck is
Do you
the
have any
Sovereign?
idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
No.
Who?
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself. Okay, Do?
What?
So who's Faria?
Oh, fuck me.
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danins poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danins among us should probably keep our
I kind
heads
of want to
down.
save it
What if
and
people
stop.
freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
I think I'm actually gonna do that. I'm like half falling asleep because I'm riding on like 4 hours of terrible sleep, and I don't want to miss this stuff and just get like upset with it. My only concern though is that I don't think I can like leave here. Wait, what? You can just leave whenever you want? Let's see if we can fight this boss.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
43. See how this
Go no
goes.
further.
Ignite!
This one's mine.
Oh yeah, I think we got this easy
As
now.
if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough. Aim for the weak point. Dance in the wind. I never miss. Air. Ready to go. I'll heal you all. Down. You're off. Thunder field. Healing crush.
Still kind of hits hard.
Need to pull myself together. Burning soda. Raging cascade. A whirling struggle. Wind.
Eternal devastation!
Shattering aid. Pieces. Attack time.
This one
Illuminate
keeps
the
charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got
Where are you going?
leave it to you.
In a bind?
Will this help? Barbie.
Burn!
Sky. Healing circle.
Appreciate the help.
Corruption. Charge away. Shooting star.
Their arcs were interrupted.
Illuminate the dark. Come through. Hold a close one.
You're mine!
Healing thunder field. Flaming meteor. Dance in the wind.
Now,
Stay
while
put
it's
in here.
moving!
Take
Think
it
this
down.
is going alright?
Denied.
Mirage!
Freeze laser.
Ready and raring.
Ignite!
Flaming meteor!
Champion.
I'll smash you!
More with that
Be
hero.
still!
That'll bring you down.
Do we fight the Psycho version of this boss? I don't know.
Air thrust. I could
Lightning thrust! Raging falcon!
cyclone. Magic sand. Air thrust.
The flame inside me fuels to be let free!
Annihilation. Inferno club. Firmament render.
Sonic thrust!
Laser spear.
What is she? Oh.
Freeze laser.
Rise and
A whirling struggle.
Ready and raring! I'll
I'm
smash you!
ready. Purge malevolence. Magic is never miss.
Mega
Lancer.
Dragon Swarm!
Take this!
What is he weak against? Oh, Earth?
Astral energy.
Say no more! Mega
Purge malevolence.
This one's mine!
Annihilation. This one's steel.
This!
Laser spear. Here's evil. Freeze laser. More incoming.
Rise and
Here, let me help. Grenade.
Look sharp!
Demon Fang!
Gale force.
Here I
The
come!
close one. I'll heal you all.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready and raring!
Away!
Healing circle. Inferno.
Far enough!
Raging cascade. Need to pull myself
I'll
together.
smash you!
I think we're okay.
That'll bring you down. Air.
Rising
Thunder
Falcon!
field. Magic is up. Assault. Field. I'll heal you. I'll be saving this one.
Rising
More of
Falcon!
that healing circle.
I owe you no further!
This isn't ideal.
You pay for that!
Well, I don't know.
I'll bring you back from death.
Rising Falcon!
I'll bring you back from death to
Sonic
this.
Thrust! It's on!
I'll bring you back from
Great
death to
help!
this. I'll bring you back from death to this.
Take this!
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out! I've still got some fight left in me. This one's mine. Cyan instant!
Hold nothing back!
Arch shield! I'm almost impressed.
High praise coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away. Close one. Gotcha.
The enemy's open. Can't get out of this!
A whirling struggle.
Yeah, I think we're alright.
Winds of heaven.
Demon
Blast.
Hurricane
Far beyond the darkest sky. Close one. Gotcha. Raging cascade.
Rupture!
Shine! Radiant light!
Fucking Christ.
Mine.
Being interrupted.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul
Radiant
with love and
fire.
hesitation.
Ready
and rare! Shine! Radiant
Radiant
number one!
light.
Safe of
Still got a fight
regeneration!
left in me.
Regenerate!
Raging cascade. Lunar blast.
They've got us.
Fuck, man. That ability sucks so bad.
Not finished quite yet.
You're right. We can still turn this around.
Dude, he's just spamming that shit now.
Will this help? I've still got some fight left in me. Healing circle. One last one. You need to let me help. Hit. Here's his lightning condemned. Thunderblade. Magic is far enough. Holy Land.
Sorry to trouble you.
This one's mine. Oh, violent darting wind. Carve now through all. Lunar corruption. Do it.
Shield!
This should help.
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
Man, that's
Ready and rare.
Gotcha!
Glacial fire.
Inferno Render! Here goes! Not on my watch!
Take this.
I'll take you all on.
I think we got it.
Ha! Flare the Malika!
The flames roar!
In a bind?
Burning Earth! Dance in the wind! Close one! Gotcha! Cyan in with the marksman! Magic is... Air thrust!
13,000.
Gotcha!
How about this?
Bloody
Close one! Gotcha! Shining supernova! I'm...
Well, that sucks.
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Tiger Blade! I can handle it!
beyond.
Far enough!
This vanquished soul.
Ready and raring.
Hurricane
I'll
Strike!
smash you!
I'm ready!
Got him.
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Nice.
I feel sprightlier than before.
Where does that quest even go? Oh, Oozleback. That's the guy from the very beginning of the game.
We've reached our destination.
Yeah!
Again, I'll go. We managed to get rid of it.
Right. Afraid not.
Right.
Yeah!
Okay. Bunch of money and some SP. I think someone got a title for that too, didn't they? Never mind. Got a lot of skills. God, some of the CP gains on these people are really bad. What's her 1171 elemental attack? Jesus Christ.